Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome back to our Gemini adoption series. And in our first session, we established the foundation pillar of this entire initiative, trust. We covered the critical security and policies that make Gemini a safe and reliable AI tool for our organization. And we also discussed how you can roll out Gemini to your organization with both confidence and control. Now, with the foundation firmly in place, we can unlock its truly transformative power. Today, our focus is on bringing that secure AI directly into the Google Workspace tools you use every day to fundamentally change the way you work. And there's a lot of incredible ground to cover today, so let's jump right in. So I'm Nikul Stakkar, and joining me is my colleague Juan Shalik, and who will be leading our demo a little later today. And we are both customer engineers at Shivaami, and our goal is to help you unlock the full potential of these powerful tools. So before we dive into today's session, let me give you a quick overview of what we are going to cover. So we'll keep the things pretty much simple and focus around three key questions: why, what, and how. Why are we bringing AI into Google Workspace in the first place? We'll look at the common challenges that are holding our teams back. Second would be what. What is Gemini for Workspace and what can we actually do? And we'll explore the tangible features that help your team create, collaborate, and deliver work more effectively. Finally, how can you and your team make the most out of Gemini? We'll share practical strategies to unlock its full potential, leading into a live demonstration that will be covering general use cases. So, why? Let's start with a reality check. Simple tasks consume a disproportionate amount of a team's time: drafting documents, creating visuals, analyzing data manually. And these aren't tasks that tap into your team's strategic strengths. While every organization wants its people to focus on high impact strategic work, the reality is that a large portion of the workday is consumed by repetitive and manual tasks that don't leverage their true skills. For example, drafting document from scratch, project plans, reports, or proposals. Every kind of document starts with a blank page, right? So it's wasting our time. Manually analyzing data, hours are spent setting up spreadsheets and creating formulas just to get to those insights. And creating custom imagery, that is, designing visuals for a presentation, often requires specialized tools and multiple rounds of feedback. So these activities are necessary, but they shouldn't drain your team's time and creativity. This is where Gemini steps in to automate, accelerate, and elevate this type of work, allowing your people to focus on what truly matters. And as we know, we are entering a new era of work powered by generative AI, and Google Workspace is leading the charge from inception. Workspace has been synonymous with real-time collaboration. Now we are taking that to the next level by enabling you to collaborate with AI into your workspace. Think of Google Workspace with Gemini as a powerful collaboration partner. It's not just a tool, it's a coach, a source of inspiration, and a significant productivity booster, all seamlessly integrated into your daily workflow, there just to help you. And importantly, it's designated with your data security and control in mind. Gemini empowers you to write more effectively, create compelling images, organize data with ease, and connect with your colleagues and customers more meaningfully. It's about enhancing your existing capabilities with the intelligence of AI, making you and your team more efficient and innovative. So now that we have identified the problem, time-consuming, repetitive tasks that don't make the best use of your team skills, let's talk about what we can do about it. So this is where Google Workspace with Gemini comes in. Gemini is designed to be an AI-powered collaborator embedded directly within the Google Workspace tools your teams already use, like Gmail, Docs, Sheets, Slides, and Meet. But it's more than just automation. Gemini helps you create content faster, collaborate more effectively, and boost productivity and creativity. In short, Gemini turns Google Workspace into smarter, more proactive partner that amplifies your team's output. And as we are committed to empowering your workforce with effective efficiency and collaboration tools, but how do you address the specific challenges faced by your frontline teams? The gaps in communication and collaboration and information access, all while managing costs and maintaining stringent security standards. The answer lies in enabling seamless work and collaboration across the entire Google Workspace suite. And what truly sets our AI offering apart is its inherent integration with Google Workspace services. It's not an external add on or an additional purchase, it's deeply embedded within the core of Workspace. This provides a unified, streamlined solution encompassing everything your team needs. We leverage our most advanced AI models, the same technology powering Google's most sophisticated systems, and seamlessly integrated them into your tools your teams already use daily. So now let's talk about how Gemini is integrated with Google Workspace services. So first one would be Help Me Write. So Help Me Write can be used to create text with ease, be it long or short form. Describe what you are looking to write with just a simple prompt and what Gemini in Docs gets started for you. If a user is writing job description, Gemini doesn't just provide the content, it also intelligently inserts smart sets of crucial details like location and status. It also uses variables to help you easily customize information like your company name, all without requiring you to leave the document. This streamlines the entire process, saving you valuable time. Furthermore, Gemini acts as your personal writing editor. It offers unlimited suggestions for improving your writing, helping you achieve conciseness, eliminate repetition, and adopt a more formal or active voice as needed. And the same service is available in your phone as well. So Gemini in Gmail assists with drafting emails, whether you are at your desk or your mobile device, and it helps you get started in refining your messages or mails quickly. Next is Help Me Visualize. Help Me Visualize becomes your on-demand graphic designer. Instead of searching through stock photos, you can generate completely original images just by describing what you need into your Google Slides. This makes it faster than ever to create impactful custom visuals for your presentations. And Gemini in Sheets accelerates data analysis and action. Simply describe your goal and Gemini generates custom templates or tables instantly. It classifies data, builds project plans, and frees you from the strategic work. Now let's talk about some numbers. Let's look at some concrete data that validates the impact of Google Workspace with Gemini. The results are compelling. On average, users reported saving 105 minutes per week. That's nearly 2 hours of reclaimed time, time that can now be dedicated to strategic initiatives and high-value work. This demonstrates the significant efficiency gains and productivity boosts that Workspace with Gemini delivers. At an organization level, the compounded effect of these time savings can be truly transformative, allowing you to tackle more complex projects and increase overall output. Furthermore, we saw a remarkable user adoption and satisfaction. 77% of users stated that they would miss Workspace with Gemini if it were removed, and count me in those numbers as well. This stickiness underscores how quickly Gemini becomes an integral part of their daily workflows, demonstrating its ability to seamlessly integrate and enhance the way your team gets work done. And now let's explore a truly unique aspect of Gemini Advanced. So Gemini Advanced has came up with three advanced tools: Gemini Gems, NotebookLM, and Google Vids. So let's talk about Gemini Gems. So these are essential custom-built versions of Gemini tailored to your specific needs. Think of them as your personalized AI expert. You can create a gem for anything: a coding assistant, a spreadsheet specialist, a marketing guru. Setting one up is remarkably simple. Just describe what you want your gem to do, and now how do you want it to respond. With a click, Gemini Advanced creates a gem perfectly aligned with your instructions. Now let's take a look how you can put these Gemini gems to work. We have three ways how we can work with gems. First one that we have got are pre-made gems. Think of these as your ready-to-go options, perfect when you need a quick solution, a pretty generic solution. But here's the cool part. You can also customize these pre-made gems to fit your needs even better. Simply open the pre-made gems and edit instructions however you see fit. And for those who want full control, you can create your own gems from ground up, from scratch, and write up a quick explanation of what you are hoping the gem will do for you and have Gemini enhance your instructions if you would like. That's it. Your gem is created and ready to help you with your quick unique needs. Our second advanced tool is NotebookLM, and NotebookLM is your ultimate for understanding and synthesizing information. So it's an AI-powered research assistant designer to deliver critical insights, but crucially, it's grounded solely in the information you provide. So you upload your sources, create tailored notebooks, and share them within your organization, fostering enhanced collaboration and knowledge sharing. And now NotebookLM Pro, with its enhanced features and higher limits, is included as a core service with Google Workspace, providing you with even greater power and capability. And NotebookLM can be used across various departments, including sales, teaching, training, customer support, marketing, and product development. And finally, Google Vids. So Google Vids is our new AI-powered video creation app, and it helps teams easily build and tell compelling stories through videos. So Google Vids leverages generative AI, like help me create. And with that small prompt and voiceovers, you can create and you can simplify your video production. Its familiar workspace interface ensures easy collaboration and creation. And because it's part of Workspace, you benefit from Google's robust security and controls. Google Vids empowers your teams with AI-driven video creation, enabling them to tell compelling stories. Learning and development can create engaging trainings. Customer service can offer enhanced support. Marketing can scale content. Project management can deliver inspiring updates. And leaders can build strong connections through personalized announcements. And now that we understand why and what, the most important question is how you can make the most of this in your day-to-day work. For that, I'll hand over it to Fern, and who will walk us through a live demo of these features in action with practical examples of help you and your team expertise maximize Gemini's potential starting today. Over to you, Fern.
Well, thank you very much, everyone. Let me share my desktop here. Okay, can anyone see my desktop? Okay, cool.
It's visible.
Thank you, Nikon. Good morning, everyone. And today's like a fast-paced world. Our work is no longer confined into a single app. We move fluidly from email to documents to spreadsheet and then to presentation. But if all of those tools could work together with single intelligent assistant to help you every step of the way, that's a promise of Gemini for Google Workspace. This isn't just about like a standalone chatbot, as Nikon explained. It's about a new integrated way of working. Gemini is woven directly into the tools you use every day: Gmail, Docs, Drive, Slides, Sheets, and Meet. Of course, like Gem, as well as Nikon explained to you earlier, Google Videos and NotebookLM. Today, I'm going to show you part of that, our real world project to demonstrate this seamless workflow. We'll tackle a complex multi-stage task, understanding and communicating the details of Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal. I'm just like picking something that we know of. That you'll see how Gemini help us do everything from drafting urgent email to analyzing complex data, all without ever leaving our workspace, right? So here, if you see this, that email from Alice, I need to respond to Alice's email about like a device, right? But I need to understand better before I reply to her. Before responding to Alice's email, I want to ask clarification on Gemini. What is actually like a defeat device? What is like a lean knock strap and premeditated engineering decision? I just prepare, like, to save time, this prompt, so that, we can go and move and to a next slide, or next demo. So I'm just typing that, and then Google will basically explain to you what the different devices. You cannot find, like, by just asking what is the device on Gemini alone. Like, if you type like a Google Gemini, hey, what is look like a different device? They may not understand the context, right? So since this is like integrated to like a Gemini of this email, and then you can explain what actually different device is. I'm sorry. And then, what lead not strap, and then premeditated engineering decision. What is it, right? So the next one, basically, I'll just use Gemini to help me write features. I want to, I scan this, basically. Okay, it's talking about like, um, welcoming me to Volkswagen. And then, I would like to make sure that, I rephrase this into like executive summary. I got the idea. All right. So this is just basically my prompt to tell Gemini, hey, I want to reply to Alice, thanking her about the welcome email, and then urgent, Dieselgate crisis, yada, yada, yada. Right. So what I do is just like creating this, and then so basically, am I happy to this? Is it too short? Is it too long? And then I can refine it, right? I can try to be more formal, or I can do elaboration. Just let's do like formalization on this. So this is basically, if I'm happy with this, uh, and then I just go ahead and then insert it. Since I'm Jason on this, scenario, I'll just say that I pretend to be Jason. All right. That's how easy it is. And then the next one is basically, Alice attach preliminary engineering notes. I want to open up this one, and then I want to go through about this notes. What is it actually that they're talking about, right? This is basically what Alice is telling me to summarize it for executive meeting. And then I can click to open it with Google Docs, right? And then this is basically the attachment. So what I can tell Google Docs, and then I would like to summarize this into executive report, making sure that C-level executive understand without understand what the step needs to be taken, and then without all the technical mumbo jumbo. All right, so this is basically what it is, more of like a concise documents of like executive report. If I'm happy with this, I'm just going to insert it, and then I can basically delete the old one. Yep, there you go. It's pretty much like a shorter version of like what the key discussion is all about, and then what the action items that needs to be taken. All right, moving along, and then we have a lot of like documents, going back and forth regarding this Dieselgate issue, right? This is where the real power Gemini shines. Like it can basically analyze and synthesize information from multiple documents at once. Instead of like spending hours reading through these documents, I'll use Gemini to do the heavy lifting. Like I'll prompt to summarize like Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal, based on available Dieselgate scandal, right, or any other note or spreadsheet that I want to summarize. Okay, but I'm not happy if it's just basically is if it's giving me like too little information of like what about like a Dieselgate scandal. But I can be more creative there, pointing to certain documents within the drive. What I do is just like type at, I would like to see what global GDI sales all about, right? And then I want to see um, preliminary engineering. And then I want also to see, let's just say, um, Knox the device. There you go. So basically, I would like to just focus on this data to summarize, the analysis of what I need to present on my next meeting or on my next documents. All right. So I have like better or more expanded research or data based on these documents that I selected on just like in Drive. Everything that you are shared or you are own from sheet, from documents, from slides, everything will be here. And then we can just use like going to Drive and then just summarize everything that we need. All right. Uh, on the next one, let's take a look at Google Slides. As a marketing manager, the final step is just basically to present our finding to executive, creating unique and compelling visuals that can be like a time-consuming and expensive process, right? Like with Gemini and Slides, I can create like an original image with just few words, and then I can also help Gemini, use a Gemini to generate text for the slide. So I created create the slide about like a Volkswagen Dieselgate and its impact on US market and global. It'll take like a few seconds, uh, like maybe like then less than a minute or so to generate that. Okay, it's generating the image. I'm not happy with this picture with the visual. I don't think it has something to do with what we're talking about. If you guys are not happy as well, we can replace the image with Gemini. Let's just focus on our discussion. What is it about that we can show in the presentation about the disability? it may take like a little bit while because it will create like a multiple image on this. So we can have like a option to select if we're not happy with one, and then we can move on into the next one. I think it was about a minute or so. Okay. Oh, six. This is really a surprise. So let's just say I want to pick this one and then click replace. That's it. So we can start and then move on like to the second slide, what it's about, stuff like that, right? The next one would be like, the meat. Everybody already, knows like what the meat is all about. Google Workspace with the meat also comes with recording option. So any discussion that you bring to the meet will be recorded or will be taken note. That's the beauty of it, right? So all you can do is just like click new meeting, or you can send meeting from your calendar with the Google Meet, and then by the time that you go to the meeting, you can have a recording option. That will basically depend on your setup. You may have to ask your Google Workspace administrator if the recording is enabled. That's just basically an option that they disable or enable or not, right? And the next one, basically, it's a sheet, right? I would like to understand the problem that we have here. How can I, generate a sheet to send it to like either marketing or product, what they need to fix. Basically, this is the prompt that I created. Don't be discouraged, guys. In terms of like generating the prompt, you may have like a one or two undesired result. If you're not sure about the prompt, you can use like a standalone Google, Gemini to help you with the prompt. Like, hey, I need to create the prompt for Google slide. This is the point that I need to generate, and then you may check like a two or three, desired result to generate on a spreadsheet or any slides, documents that you want to, you want to present or you want to send an email, right? So this is it. So if I'm happy, I just click insert, right? And then this is basically the result, right? So I want to make sure that everyone have like a good overview on this instead of like reviewing the slides. A lot of technical data on the Dieselgate scandal, but now we need to make sense of it. Like manually going through thousands of rows, like of data can be incredibly time consuming. This is where a Google Sheet with Gemini can save us a lot of time with a simple prompt. We can ask Gemini to analyze and classify this data. Also, like we can also ask Gemini to generate a bar chart to visualize, what the average real NOx emission. What interests me is just basically how can I generate this like into like a bar chart so that I can put like or insert it on my sheet. All right. So if we're happy with this, we can insert it. It will create another tab here. If you notice, the spreadsheet is still clean, and then the chart is right here. So the highest pollutant, it's identified by a red bar. And then notice, basically, lastly, like we would like to also like share this data to the marketing manager, like the CDI global sales impact. We want to compare sales data between the US and Europe. This is crucial piece like of information, like to understand the full scope of the scandal. Instead of like manually creating like a dual axis chart, we'll ask Gemini to do it for us. Okay. So it's not really pretty data that we can see, but at least we can see the drop, after the finding in 2015. I think the EPA found out they're using the cheat device. This is where in Europe, and then this is also in the US. And then the chart also explained like the affected model that I mentioned, the provide documents like, 2 liters TDI. All right, that's about it. I think as you can see, Gemini is powerful tool for a variety of tasks in Sheet. It help us like save time quickly by analyzing data and help us create like polished professional charts in seconds. Like it allows us to move from data insight and complete visuals with just a few single prompts. So we're just in how Gemini can transform complex research project from start to finish, from drafting email in Gmail to summarizing technical documents in Docs, analyzing multiple source in Drive, and creating compelling slides in Slide. Gemini also help you focus on higher value work by handling repetitive tasks. I will leave out like gems, Vids, NotebookLM that we couldn't talk about earlier for our next session, because that's going to be like a dedicated session. And then it's going to take us a lot more breath to explain it. Again, thank you for your time, and I'll return this to Nico.
Thank you, Vaughn, for that fantastic demo. We hope this presentation was informative and provided clarity on the power of Gemini within the workspace. And guys, you can reach out to us if you have any questions, and then we can jump on to our next topic. That would be call to action. So as we wrap up, please keep an eye out on the follow-up email, and it will include the full webinar recording, exclusive resources, and links to schedule your complimentary one-on-one Gemini consultation with Shivaami, or a specialized shadow IT consultation as well. And be sure to join us again in 2 weeks for our next webinar, where we will explore the prompt engineering best practices. So how you can articulate your prompts better to get what you need from Gemini. And you will receive an invitation within the registration details soon, and have a wonderful and productive rest of your day. Thank you so much, guys.